Have you ever gazed up at the stars and felt a sense of wonder, an inkling that there's something beyond our comprehension? Witnessing the grandeur of creation, it is natural to contemplate the existence of something greater, something infinitely magnificent. Many of us experience those goosebumps when encountering truths that resonate deeply within us, even if we struggle to articulate why. Welcome to my channel, Footsteps for Jesus Bride, where I aim to uncover the hidden truths that have been obscured from us, hindered our ability to manifest heaven on earth, and spiritually injured us. There is an intangible spiritual force at play, shaping our lives in ways we may not fully grasp. We'll delve into various spiritual topics and share our personal experiences in a welcoming environment free from bias, where questioning is encouraged. Together as a collective of truth seekers, we'll endeavor to piece together the secrets that have been tightly guarded by nefarious entities. I invite you to join me on this journey of discovery as we unravel the true extent of our power in connection with the Creator and expose the lies that have enslaved us mentally. It is important to note that the views expressed by my guests do not necessarily reflect my own. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome all. Thank you to the returning subscribers to my channel, and to the new subscribers, I say thank you for joining. I speak prosperity over you all. My intention for this podcast series is to touch on a multitude of subjects, pose thought-provoking questions, and share personal experiences with the aspiration that others will reciprocate. I endeavor to engage in discussions with a respectful demeanor, maintaining impartiality, and embrace the notion that reality may not always align with our perception. By fostering an inclusive community committed to uncovering the entirety of truth rather than settling for fragmented narratives, I aspire to facilitate a deeper understanding of our complex existence. It is my firm belief that humanity, as a profoundly intricate creation, has the potential to manifest heaven on earth, and I hope we can get there. But first, we need to investigate and revisit the fundamental ideas given to us. We need to rediscover the power within us, appreciate the gifts the Creator has given us, and expose the lies that have been enslaving us. For this first podcast, I'll cover the topic of the Mandela Effect. According to medical media news, the Mandela Effect is a type of false memory that occurs when many different people incorrectly remember the same thing. It refers to a widespread of false memory. However, I would change that definition to a phenomenon where people collectively have remembered events and details about their life with residual evidence, but it is contrary to the current narrative of reality. I first learned about the Mandela Effect back in 2013 when Mandela had died. It was a YouTube video that I saw. It was the same day actually Obama gave his speech honoring Mandela and his life and contribution. But in retrospect, I was experiencing the Mandela Effect way before. And as I was growing up, instead of knowing what to label it as, I was justifying it. I've experienced the Mandela Effect with products that I used, TV shows that I watched. For example, Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia when I was growing up. Now it no longer has a cornucopia. Looney Tunes. Tunes was spelled Toons to play on cartoons. The Lucky Charms cereal that I used to eat, on the box, the rainbow was Roy G. Biv, red being in the center and ascending to violet. Hence the reason for the marshmallow rainbow having a pink center. Fruit Loops is currently spelled the correct way I remember it initially growing up, but there was a change where it was Fruit, but it has now gone back. And these are just some examples of a list of Mandela effects I've experienced. And now, in terms of Bible verses, there were Mandela effects there too. I remember one verse talking about the eye of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are inclined unto their prayer. It was I for me, but now it says, the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are inclined unto their prayer. Another verse spoke of two people being in bed, one taken and one left. Now it says two men. And I just don't remember it that way. And I had thought maybe I was confusing the places I was reading these verses, because sometimes Bible verses can repeat themselves, or stories or messages. So I thought I was confusing the location. I've heard people share their Mandela story going back as far as 1994, but it goes further back, considering it is named after Mandela, who did not die in prison in the 1980s of this current reality. I'm not sure if it goes even further back, or it really started with Mandela remaining alive when he was supposed to die. After I became a conscious believer of Jesus in 2013, I started getting a little more guidance about some things, but not everything, of course. And it was in 2019, not in 2019, but a little after, around that time frame, that I asked the Lord to show me something. And I opened my Bible to a verse in Job, and the verse had the word womb contained in it. And as I was reading it, when my eyes reached the last two letters of womb, the word had already suddenly changed to matrix before my very eyes. And I threw my Bible on the ground and I said, witchcraft. I was so astonished that witchcraft was being done on me. I didn't even want to touch my Bible because I was so stunned that witchcraft was being done so boldly in my environment. But eventually I had the confidence of the Lord, and I opened up my Bible again, and I went back to the verse and highlighted it with an orange highlighter. It wasn't the verse I highlighted, it was the word matrix I highlighted in orange. And then the next time I opened up my YouTube, a video popped up on my feed, and it said the Bible is supernaturally changing, Mandela Effect. And I think to myself, wow, this is not a coincidence. I need to know that this is really happening. And I'm obviously not crazy because other people are seeing this. So I hung around the channel. I heard so many Bible changes from those people, and there is a lot, and it's continuously changing. Then there was a time that something had happened, and I said maybe it is a sign I should go back and look at the verse that I highlighted, the word that I highlighted. And I went back, and it was no longer there. The word matrix had turned back to womb, and the highlight was gone. So now I have highlighted it in lime green, seeing if it will change again. I think the Mandela effect is something that not only affects believers but non believers, because before I became a believer in Jesus, I was seeing it already. So I can't confidently associate seeing the Bible changes as a divine privilege. I just think that some people have a really good memory, and that's possibly just it. Because the Bible is not the only place that the Mandela effect is occurring. It is occurring in our products, shows that we watch, in our everyday life. The people who refuse to see the changes, they're just justifying them until they have more concrete proof, like myself. Up until that point where I saw the change in my Bible happen before my eyes, it was all justification. It was all me thinking I am looking at the wrong place in the Bible or the company rebranded. As you know, I initially created a reasonable explanation for the Mandela effect that was happening to me, but now I'm assuming it could be witchcraft. I'm not sure how it affects me spiritually, how it affects my spirit person, my soul, but it can definitely seed confusion in my mind. It can even possibly affect someone's confidence level, because if they are willing to share this strange occurrence and they're being brushed off, and like what they have to say is not worth listening to, it can make them feel bad about themselves or make them feel uneasy. For people who cannot explain the Mandela effect but know it's happening, they can become anxious about reality, doubt what's real, make them even question if they're real, like the Truman Show, or if this place is some place to escape from rather than live through, like the movie The Matrix. I would ponder if this subconsciously affects us. Does it affect our ability to accept truth? I do not know what the Mandela effect really means, and I don't know who's doing it or what. It could be a spirit, a group of people, or a person, and they are able and have the power to alter the reality of billions of people all over the world. I don't know how they obtain this ability. It could be through dark magic, it could be through a new science, and it could be through something else we just haven't learned yet, but that they know. I can't say this is being done for fun. There's clearly a purpose and a reason behind doing this. Why would a person or being waste their precious time to alter the reality of billions of people all over the world? It can, or they can, alter their reality. They can give themselves the winning lotto numbers every week. They can do all that they want, but they would rather us misremember or have us think we misremember. Logos, show names, Bible verses, and whatever else out there. Who or what would waste precious time and energy to do this? I've heard it said that the government releases technology to the public when it already has progressed 70 years in advance. Perhaps this, what is going on in the world, is a technology and science the government uses or has. And this could really just be a mass MK Ultra experiment. Something to subconsciously split our minds. Because now it almost seems like instead of a straight timeline in our mind, we have to compartmentalize our mind, our our life experience. Could be the government doing this or evil spirits, but I wonder, why would an evil spirit want Mandela not to die in the 1980s, but rather in 2013? Who is Mandela to them? Would experiencing more and more Mandela effects and not labeling it correctly end up hindering our ability to actually accept truth? It makes me wonder what is possible for the human spirit, the human being, the human soul. Because the Mandela effect serves as evidence that reality can be manipulated. And this something first has to take place in the spirit. So if they are able to manipulate the spirit realm to manifest in the physical realm, why are we not able to do the same thing but for our benefit? What knowledge, what essence are they destroying to hinder us from doing this? Why do they not want us to manifest heaven on earth? The earth has everything everyone ever needs and in abundance for us all to have equally. No one needs to live in poverty. No one needs to be in sickness. No one needs to live in strife and bitterness. We could be living an ideal life. The Mandela effect really shows me that the impossible is very much possible. You do not have to be a believer in Jesus. You do not have to be a believer of any type of spiritual anything. You have evidence for yourself if you accept the truth that the Mandela effect is real. That you can manipulate the spirit realm and manifest it physically. I genuinely believe that religion, yes, it gives us the acceptance that the spirit realm is real. That's very important. But religion, whoever made it, handed down something to us that is not allowing us to achieve our full potential spiritually. Think about the story of Moses and Pharaoh, if you even believe the story. Moses goes to Pharaoh with the power of the Almighty on his side, and Pharaoh has his black magicians alter reality to compete with the power of God. They were able to manipulate something in the spiritual realm to manifest physically. They turned a staff into a serpent. That is alchemy. That is witchcraft. That is a science we don't have today, or the Western world doesn't have today. Because I've heard some stories from the African continent which tells me these people are still operating with that level of knowledge, but it is very hidden. Pharaoh's magicians understood the spirit realm. And is this the same knowledge being used with the Mandela Effect, but being applied differently? Where would the being or people or person obtain the ability to do this wonder on billions of people all over the world? They have to start somewhere. Is changing people's reality also affecting their spiritual vibration? We can see that there is a clear spiritual attack on the human mind, on the human vibration. For example, the foods we eat can lower vibration. The content we digest or internalize can lower vibration. The words we speak can lower vibration. What we wear can lower vibration. Where we live can lower vibration. Our mental state can lower vibration. I'll give you some examples. Listening to music that makes you sad can put you in a sad state, or music that is upbeat can make you happy. Wearing torn clothing emanates that there is a breach in your spirit. Bad odors makes you feel sick. It's a low vibration. It's close to death. The foods you eat in the scripture, it's recommended to eat certain types of food as choice food over others because of the frequency and vibration. America, especially, is putting all forms of poisons in the food, having people or convincing people to take all and every kind of supplement out there that is just killing off their immune system. It's like a death vibration is being thrown at people. And is the Mandela effect also playing a part in this? Is this something also to reduce our vibration? When I think about God, I think about one who is high and of a high vibration. He would say, rest on this day. Rest is a regenerative process and it conserves your energy and it helps renew your energy. Eating clean foods doesn't lower your vibration. Speaking praises and positive things increases your vibration. Not worrying, as Jesus said, it preserves your vibration, it preserves your energy. What is happening to us with the cell phone frequencies and every Wi-Fi frequencies? It is meant to reduce us. And is this actually playing a role in hindering our ability to manifest heaven on earth? I would really like to touch on this topic a bit more about vibrations and piece together what it really is, what it can do for us. So that's all the time I have for today, covering this topic of the Mandela Effect. I hope you can join me in the next podcast. Please comment and share your ideas and thoughts in the comment section. You can email me if you would like to be a guest on my podcast. We can cover a spiritual topic of your choice, and you can share your life experience and even supernatural life experiences. You can find my email in the description of my channel. It is footstepsforjesuschrist@gmail.com. And I will end with a petition to the Father. Our Father, teach us, guide us, and protect us. Expose the lies, direct us to the truth, and end mental enslavement. I thank you. Bye for now, everyone.